Hey, it's me again. Today I want to discuss why causality differs in the metaphysical apart from the real. So everything that. Hey, today I want to discuss why causality differs in the metaphysical from the one we can observe in the real, so everything we're experiencing. I call it a theory about the mind because it's oriented around my theory of the mind. So I would say we start. And first, we start by explaining to ourselves what is causality, what is real, what is the metaphysical. Um, the consequences of A lead to B, and B is the effect of A. That is what's generally described as causality, causation. What is real is everything that's called what we're observing right now, that we experience, and it seems like everything is governed by causation that we observe. Metaphysical is everything outside the realm of the real, but that still is, or is at least supposed to be. So, for example, a spirit, a ghost, with that comes free will, a soul, a god, life after death, all this stuff. So, what's the problem? First of all, the problem with all of this, and even the problem with the problem, is we can only make assumptions about the ontology of the spirit from observing the self, and the self could in fact be determined if it's not a metaphysical thing. So then we would all be wrong about our arguments and all that stuff. So we only know something from the from metaphysical if it is true that our self is in fact metaphysical. I think I have a good proof for myself why it is that way, because of my argument with the free will, the argument from doing twice the same action, the argument from the lowest force that has to be overcome and all that stuff. But not everyone can believe that, and it's maybe even wrong. But maybe it's wrong, and maybe I'm wrong with my thesis. But given that the metaphysical includes the self is only partly determined in the metaphysical, and the reason for that is the self cannot do something it is manipulated to do by pressure, for example. Peer pressure is a good example for this. So, for example, if a group has, let's say, 7 members, and 6 members of this group smoke cigarettes, and the seventh member doesn't want to smoke a cigarette and always denies the cigarette, then it's pretty unlikely that a lot of peer pressure would not lead to him trying the cigarette even once. But people can do that because some people just don't want to smoke, which is, I think, the best way. But therefore, causality does not work the same in the metaphysical as it would in the real, given that our self is in fact metaphysical. So this could be an argument for the metaphysical self even, but it's not proof because there are too many factors that we don't know about. So that's why, given if the self is metaphysical, causality doesn't work the same way, because we obviously cannot do something that we are manipulated to do, or that determinism would force us to do. Anyway, have a good evening. So, anyway, have a good evening. Thanks for watching.